Hi, my name is Rajesh Mehta, and I'm the Vice President of Product and Alliances at Smarten. I'm going to introduce you to the architecture of Smarten in a short and crisp way. Why the architecture is important in Smarten. Unlike products like, say, Power BI or Tableau or Alteryx or any other platform, uh, we do not use anything which is outside our platform, which is in the cloud. So, say for example, this is not like Power BI being one small visualization component and the analytics layer sitting somewhere else on the fabric. Our solution comes in one box, and it is a comprehensive and a complete solution, as you can see. But I'm going to take you through it one by one step. So we have data connectors. We have an entire engine for extraction, transformation, and data set creation, similar to an advanced ETL platform where everything is low code, no code. Uh, you know, the worst you can do is you can, you have to write some SQL. Then you have a security and management layer, followed by the Smarten engine, and then the consumption and the creation interface. So if we look at the connectors, where there is a whole list of connectors which are ready and built in, right from XLS and text files to BigQuery to JSON to any type of RDBMS to SAP HANA to multiple CRM, HRMS. You can also import R scripts and PMML files. So if you've made a model outside, you can bring that in. And if you have created a predictive analytics in Smarten, that too becomes a data source and you can use to bring that in and publish it in a dashboard. Now, so you can make multiple data sets from joining multiple data sources. So say for example, if you have some external information like the weather or the export for some other country, and you want to kind of compare it to the transaction in your SAP, and you want to see how your exports compare to the imports in that country, or you have HRMS software and you want to link it to the attendance in the warehouse and compare it to find out how the logistics took place. So you can join multiple sources and create as many data sets as possible, which makes life very easy. So you don't have to repeat anything. You can make as many data sets based on the context. You can cleanse data almost as good as an MDM. You can make it impeccable. You can transform data to make it effective. You can find inconsistency, clean it up, roll. You can edit a single roll. You can bulk. You can do a bulk transformation. You can pivot the data, whatever you choose to make it work. You can get statistical insight, and finally, you can do your feature engineering. So if you want to create new features for ML, you can do it here. Now, once you've been through this journey, you get into the next step and where you can create data sets which are to be published. Now, this when you have created data sets from multiple data sources, those have been created as data sets within Smarter. So all the data from outside has been ingested and encrypted and kept in Smarter. And now you can publish the data for consumption into a cache database. You can do it in real time. You can do a predictive model, which we mentioned earlier, and you can have an aggregated data set. So there are these few ways you can create the data set and take it forward. Now, what happens next? You enter the security management layer, comprehensive data governance, row level, column level, and even object level security. uh, Authentication and security is quite comprehensive. You can, give user rights as well as manage the authentication effectively. You can have metadata management. You can configure your NLP also to be more effective so that nobody can kind of get misguided. User management, giving rights to user on what data they can see. Object level security, which is as good as saying that this particular object is going to be visible to, so say a particular graph, and in a repository based architecture that we have, an object, like say if I have made a object of EBITDA, maybe that object is visible to only 10 people in the organization. So that's kind of object level security. And there is a repository of objects. There is a separate video on that. But the repository makes creation of objects effective in a way that once that object is created, you can reuse it in as many dashboards as you want. So what does the Smarten engine contain? It contains everything from publishing and delivery, MDX, scheduler, R integration, data preparation engine, reporting, smart visualization engine, data set engine, real-time data engine, repository management, managed memory computing. I'll have to say a couple of things about it. So this managed memory computing puts a certain amount of data which you would want at that very specific instance in memory, and then you can remove it. Say for example you have a board meeting and you want to put a significant data in memory so that if the board asks any questions you are ready. So you can put a very large data in memory and then move it and save costs. You have the predictive modeling engineering, you have the template engine, and then you have the object renderer. Now what you can create, so the interface comprises, so these are layers. So this is the engine which sits behind, and the consumption and the creation layer, which is 100% browser based. It is independent of any operating system. It is independent of any type of platform which you are using. It will work on any browser. So you can do self-serve data preparation, which is cleansing of data. You can do assisted predictive modeling, which is unique in the world in the sense that you don't need to be an expert in coding nor in predictive modeling to understand predictive modeling and make a predictive model. Anomaly detection, large volume of data, you want to predict an anomaly which has created a problem. Here's the way to go. Smart visualization lets you drop fields and create a visual. KPI to root cause analysis. This will allow you to start from KPI and drill down to the root cause. Very unique. No other platform does this. Geomaps, advanced time series. Now, a word about advanced time series. You see, we have a Gregorian calendar which we use in our life, and maybe we measure year on year sales and month on month sales, but our business works on what marketing campaigns we led and when they were run and when were the festivals, what we did before Black Friday, what we did before Christmas, what campaigns did we run, and we want to analyze data based on that. Clickless analytics is our NLP. User driven filter allows you to filter data even if it is not in the structured dashboard which you have been given. So say for example, if you are looking at the data of your warehouse, or say for example, you are looking at the data for receivables, and you see suddenly a spike in the receivables above 160 days, and you wonder why this is happening. Now, if you want to filter this by product, because maybe one of the product is failing, you can do it in a structured data dashboard which has been already built. A user driven filter will allow you to drop the product and filter based on that. This is amazing. You can make dashboards like you do in many other BI platforms. This is one of the solutions which we have. You have pixel perfect reporting and printing, and you can create newsletters. You can export to many formats. You can email. You can create cross-tab analytics, which can be embedded in dashboards. You know, your typical year-on-year columnar analysis, and do a drill down, drill through, cross through, graphs and contextual filters. So the platform is multi-tenant. It can do clustering, and it is independent of everything. You can use it on a private cloud, you can use it on our cloud, you can use it on other hosts, you can use it on Azure, AWS, or Google Cloud, or you can use it on device. And this is a single box. You can put it on any of the solutions wherever you are, and life will be good. Thank you for listening to me.